Okay, my name is Inés Miller. I'm a co-author of this poster with my colleague Walewska Braga in the city of Rio de Janeiro. I'm the university-based coordinator of a program, of a government-launched program for teacher initiation, teacher education, and she is the school teacher. So she is the school-based teacher who has become, in the past 2 years, she's been performing the role of teacher, not researcher, but teacher educator. I decided, I don't know if you can notice this later, but this is a poster that was produced for one of the events, and to our happiness and our glory, she was picked as the person, at the back to decorate, to illustrate the work that she does. Has been doing. Now, to follow up with all the narratives that have preceded me, it's really interesting to see. I won't tell you my story because it's a bit too long, you can see. But there's life after a PhD. I've done my PhD, and I keep on involved with teacher education, and very happy to be doing this for the past almost 20, well, more than 20 years. But it's really this poster specifically, and this thinking and this understanding that was generated by the thinking through this poster is really Walewska's story, because having been an exploratory practice teacher in the classroom, and she's known and has been mentioned and cited by Allwright and Hanks in their book, and by all of us, we are members of a group of exploratory practitioners in Rio de Janeiro. She has been recognized as as a teacher who, for her own interest, out of her own interest, she works with students for understanding to understand what goes on in the classroom. So she's not doing it for a PhD or for any MA, which is this dilemma that some of you have referred to. She has said, for example, that to her, the principles of exploratory practice are her syllabus, and that the puzzles that students have, or that she has, are what guide her work. That's the level of flexibility, passion, everything that was mentioned here. But at this point, noticing that her role, institutional role, going back to Cynthia's comment, which I agree with, her institutional role began to make her think about her identity reconstruction, if I can say that, because she noticed that although she thinks and believes, and we've all attest to this, that she really creates opportunities for autonomy to grow within her classroom, she wasn't as sure that she was managing to create the same level of autonomy generation, let's say, or opportunities for autonomy growth among the student teachers that she was now coordinating, the 5 young future teachers. So she was a bit disturbed by that, and that is her puzzle. Why is it so complex to balance trust, autonomy, and control? So we've been talking and reflecting about her challenges. The exploratory practice focus, which she has been, her practitioner research focus, which is always about working to understand together, believing in mutual development, was to look, and I'll show you this when you come by, if you come by, that's with our students, they looked at their email messages and then WhatsApp messages also, to see in the discourse whether they could find the control that she think was bringing to the situation, or whether for them to discuss whether they thought she was allowing them to become more autonomous, and whether she was or not trying to control them. So it was a joint discussion and work for understanding, which is one of the basic principles of exploratory practice. Okay, thank you.